Please enjoy the 7th day of my Portugal's northern coastline and Peneda-Geres cycling tour. Finally, I was about to cross the Peneda-Geres National Park, and while it would only be a ride of just 60 kilometers, it would include over 1,200 meters of very solid climbing, as well as a brief visit to Spain, as the national park spans over the border between the two countries. And I would greatly appreciate it if you could like this video, as well as share it on with anyone to whom it might offer some much needed encouragement to get out there and explore this wondrous world that we share, unfortunately for a much too brief moment in time. Let us all strive to live our lives on the run. Obrigado. Pretty much immediately after departing Lima Escape Camping at Entre Ambos-os-Rios, the first of the day's two major climbs would begin. I was to continue to track the Lima River in the valley below me all the way up to its origin at Encoro de Lindoso, just before crossing into Spain at A Madalena. And the views. Well, let me just say that the juice was well worth the squeeze.
Never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free. You know I'm addicted to you, and it's twisted, you've been gifted with the evil voodoo. Got me coming back for more, even when I've been screwed. Dolls full of pins, pierce my heart straight through. I got issues in my head, I like you in my bed, but you keep me on red. Oh, everything is like a test, I better not text or I'll come off desperate.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead.
To the source, I climbed. Blood, sweat, tears of pain and joy. Moments of magic. Origin.
I feel like you think that this amusing. Sitting there gaslighting and confusing. Was it me? Is it me? Am I deluded? I'm the one who's always sorry, the conclusion. Even though I offer all of the solutions. I wish you loved me like I love you, it's stupid. When I'm alone with you I never feel lucid. I wish I wasn't struck by Cupid. I wish when I first saw you I knew this. When I'm with you I feel so useless. I feel diluted, my heart's been wounded. Silhouettes of you are like a taunt. Never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string.
After crossing the border, it wasn't long before I arrived at Lobios, where I enjoyed a late morning coffee and cerveja break before turning south to head back towards Portugal. However, the first half of the afternoon's ride was not going to be easy, with that second and even more severe major climb now right in my face. I was definitely going to have to work hard to earn my next offering of liquid gold.
keep on killing me.
I felt a great sense of relief when I reached the old border post at Portela de Horman, located at the top of that exhausting climb, especially knowing that it would all be downhill from here, and I definitely made sure to collect my prize at the Bar da Fronteira. What a moment it was to soak in the atmosphere as I spent a half an hour or so sipping on a Grande Superbock while quietly observing the hordes of tourists visiting the National Park Central Hub, the starting point for many of its nature trails. But soon it was time to commence my descent. On the way down, I decided to make one final stop for the day, as I wanted a moment of tranquility for myself, to just be alone with my thoughts in solitude and silence. I had now reached the top of my tour, and I felt a kind of melancholy, as I wouldn't have the opportunity on this trip to properly immerse myself in the beauty of this magical place, as I was still on a fairly tight schedule. It really emphasized to me just how precious time is, and how one should not waste it on meaningless pursuits. I vowed, then and there, that I would return on foot to well and truly explore the wonders of Peneda-Geres. That final descent ended up being so steep and fast that I nearly overwhelmed Matilda's disc brakes. However, we made it safely to our night's accommodation at the Salina Jerez, a lovely hotel situated right at the edge of the Jerez Albufeira, which is connected to the Cavado River. I stayed in a dormitory room, which I shared with, if you can believe it, another Finn who was a medical student with the same family name as me, as well as a Dutch scientist working remotely on food sources for planned moon mission astronauts. Yeah, you just couldn't make this shit up. What a day it had been, and it was finished off in perfect style with a delicious Portuguese buffet dinner organised by the hotel, which they offer once a week for guests. So, it seems that I found myself here at exactly the right time.